In light of recent events, there's a lot of talk, scuttlebutt around the water cooler, about why you should get backyard chickens. And while it might seem daunting at first, here are my top 5 reasons about why you should get some backyard chickens. Reason 1, in no particular order, you get to come outside every day. Be in the sunshine, feel the wind on your face. You have a built-in excuse just to be outside. I don't know about you, but just like Superman, I get my power from the sun. So I like being outside. Also, hard day at work, your husband or wife or children are chipping at you, you gotta build an excuse to get out of the house. I'll be right back, honey. I gotta go deal with the birds. And then you could just come out here and do your thing. It's an almost infallible excuse for you to get out of the house. And what do they say? Once you stop moving, you start dying. Listen, you gotta be outside and be with the birds. Now sure, you might be saying, oh, isn't this an everyday commitment? What if I like to go on vacation? That's okay. There are plenty of ways and plenty of videos on YouTube for making kind of longer duration food and water setups so that you could probably get 5 or 6 or 7 days of food and water for the birds before they really need any attention. Whether it's large PVC pipes that are kind of filled up with feed or bigger water, especially if you nipple water, you can get big, large containers and just have this thing be self-sufficient. You don't need to come out here every day if you want to go away on vacation. And what I like to do on special days like holidays or birthdays, I like to bring the chickens a little special treat. The day after Thanksgiving is wild down here in the chicken area. A lot of the quicker to be decomposed things that I don't like, pumpkin pie, end up coming down to the chickens and they eat like kings. So you could even incorporate them into special days like Thanksgiving or any other time you have a large meal. Give them the leftovers, they're feeding you, you can treat them nice. And another reason why you should get chickens, yes, there's a bit of money involved when you first get set up, but once you're set up for life. You get yourself a nice coop, all your buckets and feed holding and all that stuff is set up for whenever you're ready to start doing it or keep doing it. In for a penny, in for a pound. I don't think that's the right phrase here, but you've already spent the money and you're ready to keep this thing rolling. Whether it's you want to do it or you have to do it because of food prices, once you're in, yes, it's not cheap, but you're in. You could buy chicks for a couple bucks down at the Tractor Supply and you already have the infrastructure set up. Who's better than you? And kind of a 2A, the eggs and meat, if you choose to go that route, are better than anything you could ever get in a store. The whites are richer, the yolks are better, the taste is better, the meat is better if you decide to go that route. The money that you invest into the chickens is definitely money well spent as compared to what you buy in the store. It's on any metric, every metric, what comes out of your yard is infinitely better. There's no weird chemicals. You can control the food they eat. No antibiotics, no injections, no added 15% sodium chloride solution, none of that. It's pure ethical protein any way you look at it. And if you decide to keep a rooster in your mix, you get yourself a little incubator or you make your own and you could just keep the cycle going. As birds wear out, you get to grow new ones. Grow your own chicks, free chickens. I bet you aren't expecting to hear the word free anywhere in this video, but nope, it's true. Free chickens, definitely possible in your backyard. Point number 3, I want you to ask yourself, what is your level of comfort as far as factory farming? If you hate factory farming as much as I do, raising your own backyard chickens is an excellent way to stick it to the man. These birds live here in an ethically wonderful lifestyle. They eat what I give them and a little bit of what Mother Nature gives them. Also, if you have a yard that's conducive to free ranging, they can free range, fertilize your lawn, eat ticks and bugs and little things that you don't necessarily like. They're doing the heavy lifting for you and they're getting free protein when they do it. So if you hate factory farming and you're okay with the fact that, Mother Nature has to eat too, maybe a fox in the neighborhood gets a bird every once in a while, but you're okay because you bought all the stuff and you can grow your own chickens and kind of backfill your ranks. The number 3 reason why you should get backyard chickens, sticking it to the factory farming man. Down with Purdue. So we're back over here in the egg area, which brings me to point number 4 of why you should get backyard chickens. You get to deal with people. Let me take a step back. There is something called chicken math, where 1 chicken turns into 2, turns into 12, turns into 40. It happens, it will happen to you. With the addition of more chickens, you get more eggs. And when you get more eggs, you realize I can't possibly eat all these eggs. Now, it's a really great problem to have. If you're of the means, you could just give them away. My local food banks will take them, also posting on the internet, hey, free eggs, or I usually bring them into my office, give them to my coworkers. What's a better feeling than feeding people? It's just really fantastic. If you're more entrepreneurial and you don't let the IRS know or your state or local authorities, you could sell your eggs. Especially during times like these, you can get a couple bucks to kind of offset some of the costs that we talked about earlier. Feed isn't getting any cheaper, especially if you want to use the good stuff. Don't use the stuff that you buy in the box stores. You can ask people, hey, you know what? If you just want to buy me a bag of feed every once in a while, I'll keep feeding you eggs. We have this wonderful system going on with one of Ashley's friends where we're getting a lovely home-baked loaf of sourdough once a week for a dozen eggs. I mean, it is just fantastic. What a great opportunity to help somebody out or maybe get something for yourself. So dealing with people, getting a little barter, a little trade, or just a little bit of goodwill going. That's the number 4 reason why you should definitely get backyard chickens. For my number 5 reason as to why you should get backyard chickens, ask yourself this. How badly does it suck buying dirt and fertilizer when growing season starts? We all need it, and that stuff adds up quick. Now, chickens, on the other hand, convert grain that you're feeding them into eggs, meat, and poop. And the great part about chicken poop is it is a wonderful fertilizer. Chickens are the only animals that I know that poop when they sleep. They're constantly making wonderful fertilizer for you. So once every couple weeks, you scoop the poop out, store it in an area of your yard or your neighbor's yard. Thanks, neighbor Nick. And when the springtime comes, you have this wonderful composted, nutrient-rich mix that you could put into your beds, and it beats any commercial fertilizer out there. I even know some entrepreneurial chicken owners who will bag up the poop and then sell that. Listen, I'm not Scrooge McDuck. I'm not trying to squeeze this berry for all the juice that it's got, but it's there if you need it. Chicken poop is in demand, especially for folks who like to do organic gardening, don't like to use any factory fertilizers. You're sitting on a gold mine in here. Brown mine. You get my point. So unlimited fertilizer is my number 5 reason about why you should definitely get backyard chickens. Disregard this action. This has nothing to do with chickens. I'm just trying to get it all done at one time. My number 6 reason would be chickens present you with this wonderful opportunity for you to take what most people would consider trash and turn it into eggs or healthy birds. We take a majority of our compostable materials and bring them down every day or so, give them to the birds, and then they eat it, turn it into eggs. But the opportunities to dump your garbage in the chicken But the opportunities to dump your garbage in the chicken pen don't stop there. You're limited only by your imagination. Another thing that I do personally is I take all of the wood ash that's generated by the wood stove and I take it down and leave it for the birds. And they love it. There's a little bit of nutrients in it for the inquisitive ones that want to eat it, but overwhelmingly they like to dive in it, and it provides them a wonderful dust bath that they dig all up in there, yeah, that's my chicken dance, and clean themselves off with. Now, some people go out and they'll buy DE or have to buy sand. We don't have to do that. We just use the ashes from the wood stove, bring them down. So we take what's normally a byproduct of another process in the house here, bring it down, and we have a wonderful natural way of keeping the birds healthy and safe. So those are my top 5 reasons why you should get backyard chickens. Fellow chicken owners, what did I leave out? What are some reasons that you can think of why other people should get some backyard chickens these days? That's where I'm going to leave you for today. Thank you very much for watching, and also thanks for all the people who watched the other video. It's very much appreciated. Again, thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye. And kind of a two... Who the hell is this? I'm filming here. You guys are doing this on purpose, aren't you? It's not focused on my face. There we go. Focus on my face. Why is it moving away from my face? Focus on me.